Welcome to another episode of What Do You Need to Know to Live in Costa Rica? Today, we're answering your August questions. That's right, everyone. We're answering your questions today. I'm Aaron Bailey, joined as always by my good friend and business partner and cookie eater. He was just eating some cookies before we came on camera. Patrick Jager. Hi, Patrick.
You do not need to out me, but these are delicious local Costa Rican cookies, and I'm kind of
Oh,
addicted.
we didn't
So,
share. We're
not after you're outing me about it, no.
right. Okay.
All right, these are our favorite things to do every month. We go
Yes.
through and we pull through comments that we've gotten through email or on our YouTubes or through conversations we've had with people. We try to distill them down to some comments that we're getting in frequency and respond to them. So we have a
Yes.
few. You haven't seen these yet. There's
I have
some
not seen
doozies in
these.
this.
You put these together, and yes, I am excited for these. Before we get into answering the questions, let's remind everyone we would really, really greatly value your thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Thumbs up on this video, subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, interact, send us an email at hola@yourpuravida.com. Doing all of that helps build this community and helps other people find us. So
That's
thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
All right, I'm going to let you just randomly go through these and pick one that you want to talk
Oh,
about.
okay. I'm just gonna like spin my cursor and okay. Regarding visas, I don't want the digital nomad one. I also don't have 60,000 to put in the bank for a rentista visa. I do, however, have 4,000 in monthly income to sustain myself in Costa Rica, but no visa really fits. So, yeah, that's great. You can still be here on a tourist visa. Um, you can, the digital nomad visa really isn't that helpful in a lot of situations. And I would say this is just the reality of of the situation. The government can only give you so many paths, right? And maybe Costa Rica isn't the right place for you. Maybe it's look at Mexico or look at another place.
Yeah.
But it's certainly possible to be here without putting $60,000 in the bank. So,
I think the things to know is first understand why they do that. They're trying to make sure that people are not going to be a drain on the safety net.
right,
So it's very important for them to be able to see, and they need to tax you because you're going to take from the safety net once you get a visa and are part of the Caja system if you are going to use the public health care system. So it's a
right,
litmus test for them. They can't just open the borders to absolutely everyone to come and move here.
right,
That same thing is true in every country in the world. They have some requirement of some sort so that they can monitor who is coming and going. But I think your point is valid. Costa Rica is probably not right for everyone. People that are on really fixed incomes that don't have a pension or the rentista, it might be that you only really have this be a shorter dream and you find another location. We're not saying that to be harsh. We're just trying to it is a reality.
yep, absolutely.
All right, I'm
All
going
right,
to
you taking the
scan.
next one?
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take this just because I'm going to take it. So we still get a ridiculous amount of comments on our Panama video.
Oh
One
yeah.
video has caused a lot of consternation. Um, People have said that, like, here's one: these two guys remind me of used car salesmen. You sound like you have a vested interest in Costa Rica and you have no objectivity. Use medical facilities in both countries. Sprained knee in Panama, sick from polluted water in San Jose, had English speaking doctor in Panama. Well, you'll get English speaking doctors here too. So I we are not objective. We are subjective because we live here. Like,
Right,
we're going to give you what we think, but we also talked about what people like in Panama and good for them. It didn't work for us,
right.
but we're okay. I mean,
I love Panama.
yes,
I love Panama. I love going there. It's not the right place for me to live. Yes, I'm a little biased because I live in Costa Rica. And also people, wait, I'm gonna lower my rant here. Also, if you disagree with us, great. Disagree with us, make your own video and tell us you disagree with us, or leave us a nice comment saying why you disagree. Costa Rica's not for everyone. Panama's not for everyone. We were just trying to give our opinion on the differences in the countries. So yes, we're at some absurd number of views on that video and hundreds of comments, and it's hilarious to me.
I do respect the comments. Like when people are trying to talk about like, the infrastructure is better here and the this and that, but it's when it goes from, and furthermore, like we get
Uh-huh.
it. We were not objective.
Yeah,
Move on.
right. Exactly.
Pick
All right.
another one.
Pick another one. Let's see. Here's an interesting one. I am an artist and sell my work online and at markets. Is that going to fly, or do I have to sell through a digital store like Big Cartel? Could I sell at tourist markets in Costa Rica? Actually just had breakfast this morning with a friend of mine, a Tico, who is an artist. And he had just gone to the United States and was just shocked at the art culture in the United States and galleries. There's galleries everywhere. And he's like, I would love to move to the United States and be an artist because in Costa Rica, selling art just really isn't a thing. There are some artists here, but it's there's not a lot of galleries. You're not going to sell a lot of art because it's not as big of a thing here as it is other places. So who knows? Could you sell at tourist markets? Potentially. Yeah, I'm sure you could. There's some legality issues around that. But I'm sure you could work through that. But I don't know if you're going to make enough money to thrive, to sustain yourself here selling your art.
You know, we we both know people that do. There's a woman that does these amazing woven. I don't even want to call them macrame or wall hanging. She just this amazing textile art, and she's down near Uvita, and she's made a really good living out of it. She charges a lot for it. She charges U.S. prices. I think that's one of the hard things. Like part of the art market in the States is there's an appreciation for cost. Cost equals value. A lot of the people that would buy your art here are tourists,
Mhm.
where a cheap deal equals better. So I think that's the hard part. The high end luxury art market is not the same here. Um, it's growing, but a lot of that's growing from an expat perspective as people change who is here. Um, there's some amazing Costa Rican artists, but yeah, but they don't tout themselves in the same way they do in the States. You have to find them. It's not
Right,
like, yeah, you're not going to see a giant billboard for an art gallery opening like you do in New York or LA.
right.
Yeah,
Or small touristy towns in New England, for example.
right, right,
Yes.
right. Okay, well, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I forgot that that
Fun.
one's even in there. Okay, here's one. I've heard that several countries make it harder to use border runs. How can I rely myself that that's not changed suddenly and I'm not allowed to enter again? One day in a different country would one day in a different country would be enough for a new 180 days in Costa Rica. You don't have to be gone for a day. You literally just have to cross a border. Um, I know people that literally will use that as their excuse to go fly somewhere. Like, okay, 180 days are up. Let's go explore somewhere. Let's go to Guatemala or Bocas del Toro or back to the States. Are there people like I'm never outside of the country for more than 100? I'm never in the country for more than 100 days because of work or what have you. So mine's a little different. But I think that yeah, you just literally have to cross a border. Is there a guarantee that it won't change again? No, but as of right now, it's 180 days, and all you need to do is, if you're doing a border run, is either Nicaragua or Panama. You just have to literally cross the border. Now we joke around and say cross the border, turn around, and come back. But if you're going into Nicaragua, you've driven all that way, go have lunch, walk around a little bit, stretch your legs. Same thing in Panama. Not a
Or
lot to see.
take the weekend. Or take the
Take a
weekend and
weekend.
explore. Panama is
Exactly.
amazing to explore for a weekend, not to live. Oh, we won't go there. But Nicaragua. I've been wanting to go visit Nicaragua because it's so close and there's some lovely places there, it looks like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, do another.
Let's see. Oh, here's another one on our Portugal video. So we have we hit a nerve on some of these comparison videos. But sorry guys, but how are we going to compare without pricing and air quality? Okay, like if you like to compare the prices between Portugal and Costa Rica and our video didn't explain it well enough, there's other videos.
Or
Like
Google, a Google
or
comparison.
Google.
And
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
yeah, we're
air quality is going to be. I mean, like that's an argument I don't think Portugal necessarily wins. Like I think that we have both. Like
yeah,
the ocean air quality in both is
yeah,
spectacular.
yeah,
So it feels like
right.
a not really comment.
Yeah. And also these videos are not comprehensive. We have a limited amount of time. So if there's something else you'd like us to cover, let us know.
Right.
We'll consider it for an upcoming video, but we can't be everything to everyone in these videos.
I mean, we really wanted to start creating videos to inspire people to explore, to reach out
Yeah.
to us, to reach out and yeah, we're not trying to do dissertations for sure. Okay, here's one. Um, we're planning our second trip to Costa Rica to visit the southern area. We last stayed in Tamarindo in January, did a ton of driving, did the rainforest, did Arenal, blah blah blah. They live in a temperate rainforest in Vancouver.
Mm,
They found Tamarindo too touristy and too dry. They're
yes.
looking at the southern part to visit, see if we like the more lush environment. We'll be coming in November. We're planning on two more trips to see if Costa Rica is a good fit. First of all, exactly the right way to do it. Spend different
Yeah.
times and look at different things. Any recommendations for really nice places to stay in the South? Well, we aren't going to recommend. There's some amazing resorts, but that's not our business model. Our business model is we think that if you're going to come to explore to live here, you need to stay in a home. So Airbnb, VRBO, you need to find something there. So that with our clients and they're coming for a scout, we put together a list with based on their criteria. Here's a short list of 20 that you can pick from. They can also look at their own. So if you're coming and you're not a client of ours, I'd recommend you really put your criteria of what you're looking for there. I will say, even in November in Dominical, just make sure it has air conditioning. You're going to want that for
Or
sure.
anytime.
Or anytime.
Yeah.
Valid. Valid.
Yeah. All
All
right,
right. A
next one.
couple more. Go for it.
All right. Regarding on our how to handle challenging situations video, we had this comment. Was at my house and realized that my tire was flat. I told my landlord. He came over and took my car to the tire place and had them remove the nail and patch it for me. He brought the car back. I tried to pay him and he refused the money. I love Costa Ricans.
Seriously.
I I like yes, is this isn't going to happen all the time, but this happens often that people here are just so generous and with their time and their attention. They're lovely, lovely people. And in situations like this, yeah, you have no idea what to do and you're terrified. And so often Costa Ricans will just take care of you.
Yeah.
I had a very similar situation like this. I had a flat tire. I was on the road. I couldn't find the jack, and this car of Ticos just pulled up and pushed me aside and just fixed the tire, and then immediately left. And I'm like, yes, Pura Vida. So
Yeah.
love this comment.
You called me right afterwards with your car
Yeah.
thing, and you're like, no
How
one would ever
what?
do that where I came from. Anyway. All right, here's one. This is kind of a correction. I just want to point out that Heredia isn't a suburb of San Jose. San Jose ends at the bridge of the river coming from Tibis. Heredia begins at blah 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 blah. I know it's a common mistake because the distance is so short, but we are talking about totally different provinces with totally different local governments. 100% agree. It is. We are not saying that they are the same city, but suburb by definition is a feeder community for work. And when you look, if you're driving from Heredia to if you're stuck in the nightmare that is the traffic between Heredia and downtown San Jose on a Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock, you can see that it's a feeder. So a suburb versus an exurb, like a suburb, it really means it is a feeder to, and that's all we meant by that. We weren't trying to say that
Yep.
it is part of San Jose, but the suburbs, the burbs, they
Uh-huh.
also here call it the GMA, the Great Metropolitan Area. That
Yep.
greater metropolitan area includes Heredia and Abuela, and not where I live, but a big area.
All of the provinces can kind of converge in this area. So you can be in so many different provinces
Right.
within a small metro area.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yep.
Okay. Two
Next
more.
one. We have two standard poodles, 75 pounds
So
each.
cute.
Is it easy to find groomers? I have no idea because I don't have dogs, but you do.
I mean, yes, there are groomers.
And I don't have hair either. So like I'm
Don't
the
ask him for
I'm the
haircuts,
wrong person to ask.
but if you want to ask him out on a date, that's a whole different thing.
Sure.
There are groomers everywhere. Like, it's really amazing. This is a country that is as pet obsessed as we are. I mean, there
Yeah.
are, like, my little town has, I don't know, 7 or 8 vets and a bunch of other things. So you're going to find groomers. It's the quality of the grooming. We had a we had a video that we did about like adaptation. You know, you have to learn to adapt. It might not be exactly what you are used to in the States. It might take you training them on how you want the dog to be groomed. But yes, you will have no problem finding groomers.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to find one to end with that's not a snarky one because we have several snarky ones here that I won't do. Um, oh, okay, I'll end on this one. Um, what town city would you recommend in the Central Valley that is walkable and a car isn't needed? We literally did talked about this in a different video that we recorded today. Um, I'm not going to answer it. It's subjective. It depends on what you need, how walkable you need, how healthy you are in walking. Like, do you need to be in a place that's just pure flat streets? Do you mind hills? Are you walking with groceries or are you just walking to go get a coffee? Like, we'd love to help you with this. It's a great question. It's just not an easy question to answer,
Right.
even in an email response.
And there are dozens of possibilities.
Oh,
So,
hundreds, really. I mean,
yeah.
do you want to be by the beach? Do you care about heat? Are you going to be
Right.
walking in the middle of the day? What about when it's raining? Are you going to augment it with buses? Are you going to augment it with
Right.
Ubers? Like, lots to think about.
Yep.
And we will help you with that. Aaron,
We will we will gladly help you with that if you email us at hola@yourpuravida.com.
that's
Shoot
a
us an email.
segue.
Seriously, it's just shoot us an email. It's free. We love responding to emails. Would love to talk you through it via email or hop on a quick 20-minute Zoom call. And yeah, if you also want to see all of our resources that we've developed, vlogs and blog posts and city profiles and everything, go to our website, yourpuravida.com/links. Has a list of all of our services, but also all the free resources that we offer. We love hearing from people. So please send in your questions for next time for September already. Crazy. And we will answer them in an upcoming video.
That's right. And until we do that, as always, Pura Vida.
Pura Vida.